I'm just waiting for a call to say my engine parts are ready, then I can go down and pick them up and get them back on the car. I've given it a wash this morning and a clean. This is what the engine bay sort of originally looked like. Obviously there was a cover on here and the induction kit wasn't there. It's just a basic air filter box and the black cover on here. So I've given it a clean this morning. And hopefully I'll get the phone call soon and I'll go down and get them and put them on the car. Okay, so we're here to have a look at the parts that have been sprayed. Very orange. This might be enough to be able to do the dark carbon on it rather than the silver carbon at a later date. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think see what people say when you go to the show with them, obviously like this.
Yes.
And then debate whether to go for the carbon over the top of it at a later point.
Yeah, nice. So this is the front panel, the slam panel that'll go back on, and the Barmer badge will go in the middle there. Nice.
Somewhere.
Like so. Awesome. Right, Jamie has just dropped my parts off for me. They are very orange. Ba-ching! That's bright, isn't it? As you can see, I'll put them on properly in a minute, but it's very orange, which doesn't quite match the stripes. But I needed them for this weekend because I've got a car show this weekend at RAF base, or American Air Force Base. So I want to get them back on. And then what I'm going to do, once he's got his new pump for his hydrographics machine, I'm going to take all these off again and we're going to get them black carboned. And that should bring the colour down a little bit. But for now, they're going on the car. So, let's go. So the first thing is to take the housing off the air filter. And then mount it to the bright orange tray. Now that is bolted in there nicely with the 3 Allen screw heads, and that will go in here like so. So that bolt is back in there, that bolt is back in there, this is in, plug back on, just tighten that up, tighten this up, tighten these up, and then put the filter back in. Right, next comes the slam panel, so this will go on. Now this slots into under the bumper like so, under the bumper, onto the grille, and then on top of here. Simple. These little things just clip in, really easy. Basically find the hole and push it in. Now, because I wanted these parts back ready for this weekend for the car show, they haven't been flattened and lacquered again. So there's a couple of bumps. He tried to flatten it but realised a couple of bumps, so he's going to redo that for me, but when I get back from the show. And as is typical with all these jobs, I was just about to put one in and I dropped one through that gap and it's fallen onto the tray underneath. Why does it do that? You know, sometimes I just get so frustrated with my wife. She's come home with Patrick and she's trying to get through the garage with him with all my parts here and everything else, and I said no, and she's trying to get through the bloody gap. So I look up to see what she's doing as I'm trying to put the bolts in here, and I dropped 2 of these little washers somewhere in the engine bay. So frustrating. So God knows where they are. I just hope to God they're not stuck in a cog somewhere, because I've been trying to look and I can't bloody well find them. And this is all because the garage door was open and she was walking from that direction. She couldn't be bothered to walk around the front of the house like she usually does when she comes home. Oh no, had to try and squeeze through the gap where my car is and all my car parts. I just realised it's not just the washers I've lost. It's the little rubber. This little rubber which slots in the end of the engine cover. Well, I found the last washer. Guess where it is? Can you see? It's in there, underneath that pipe. I bet my bloody rubber's in there as well. There, got it. So the rubber is God knows where. It's this little thing, and without it, I can't put the other one on. Well, I spent far too long looking for it. I'm going to give up. I don't know where it is. So I'm going to fashion one. I found this, and I'm going to fashion some kind of ring to go on it, and then I can at least bolt it in. That's the only thing I can do. But of course now I've spent half an hour looking for the damn washers and things. I'm losing light, and I don't have light in my garage. So I'm not a happy person. So there we have it. It's on. Now all that's left to do is the strut brace. And they're all on. As you can see, it's very orange. Okay, so there's the pony. Very orange. Too orange, I think. And there we are. The sort of bling orange. Now, because this has been sprayed, it's a different orange to the powder coat orange. The powder coat orange would have been a better colour for these because this is way too bright. However, once the black carbon is on, it should darken it down quite a bit. But for now, it's very bling. Went and bought Patrick a new car seat today. So he's got a car seat just for the Mustang. So he's got one in the Merc and one in the Mustang now. This is a Halfords Essentials. £39 from Halfords, but it does the job nicely. Well, guess what I found? The other little rubber ring. After I made one, I'm not taking it off again now. I pulled the car out to take some photos and do a walk around video, as you just saw, and gave the car a little rev. So I thought if it is laying on there somewhere, the engine should rock and it might fall off, and it did. Bit of a result. Obviously I didn't know until I put the car away again, and there it was on the floor outside. So yeah, when I take the parts off to have them carbon dipped again, I shall put it back on properly. Good morning, it's Friday. I do like Friday. Tomorrow is a car show day. Off to an American Air Force base, whose location shall remain secret for the moment. It's that time again. Early morning, not good at using words. Anyway, off to work. As you can see, I've had a bit of a buzz this morning. I got up early this morning and cut my hair. Went for a number one. I haven't had a number one ever. It's the first time I've had a number one. Yes, what do you think? Too short? Not short enough? Make me look like a criminal? There we go.